Alright guys, Goji here, back with another movie review for Howl from Beyond the Fog. I've waited a long time to do this, and I'm really glad that I finally get to make this review. So recently, Howl from Beyond the Fog just came out on SNR Cinema, on DVD, VHS, and Blu-ray as well. Blu-ray is the preferred option, I believe. So this movie, it's been out since like 2018, and I've been waiting a long time to get it because I've seen pictures of it from Japan and from Daisuke Sato and all the people who have been working on the project. I've been really wanting to see this movie for a long time. It's only a short film, but it's really good. So the synopsis on the SR Cinema cover says, set in Kyushu during the Meiji era, a blind girl named Takiri and a blind monster from a nearby lake named Nebula fight against greedy developers who threaten to take over her family's land. Using an all-puppet human cast and a fantastic monster suit, it offers a new aesthetic into the world of kaiju films. So this description of the movie perfectly describes how I think about it. It's a new aesthetic and new way of doing and making kaiju films. It's a very different perspective. The movie starts off with Nebula and the girl Takiri meeting up and just showing their connection and bondage at the lake. And Nebula's supposed to be like a legendary monster for the lake, kind of like Nessie the Loch Ness monster. I guess while I'm talking about references, I should bring up the fact that this movie, Howl from Beyond the Fog, is not a reference, but influenced by Ray Bradbury's The Foghorn, which apparently I haven't read it, but apparently it does have a lot of similarities with this movie, or it does have a lot of similarities with the book. So the movie storyline goes perfectly aligned with what I read with the synopsis of how the blind girl and the blind monster always keep making their connections throughout the movie, and they get interrupted by the greedy developers, and they try to kick the Takiri out. She goes through this little phase as she's drowning, I guess, like a psychological phase, or she's just thinking of past memories and her past, and I guess how she went blind. Nebula goes on a full-on rampage and starts destroying a little village and town, and then he's right at the end, he's just looking at fireworks, and it's a really nice shot. I wish you could. I'm gonna try to put it up. It's a really nice shot, and he's just staring at it. It's just a full-on destruction phase, which a lot of Godzilla and kaiju fans would love. Overall, the storyline and the script and the writing and the voice acting and all that is very good. It's better than most movies, especially since it's a Kickstarter. I will say that SR Cinema's translation and captioning of the movie was not done very well, because they kind of went through it in one go and didn't go back and proofread it, because there's a lot of translation errors and grammar errors that I caught, and I wish they would go back and fix it, because they're gonna have a retail release in May, and it's kind of gonna ruin it for everybody if they keep that in there. So hopefully it gets fixed, because I didn't like how they included that. Overall, when it comes to the special effects, I really like the special effects. It was really well done for a Kickstarter movie. I was not expecting something as good as this. This is Showa Godzilla era special effects, and they did a really good job with everything. There were some scenes where the smoke you can see it's CGI or a green screen kind of thing, but overall it's really well done. Because I know there's some special effects directors from the past Godzilla movies that worked on this, and they did a really good job. I also wanted to discuss the puppetry before I forget. It's the highlight of the entire film. One of the first kaiju films without relying on a human cast, and it just relies on the puppets to express all the thoughts and the feelings of the characters. It just really stands out in kaiju genre. I think it should stand out more, and they weren't articulated. There wasn't any movement, but it did the way it was used throughout the movie did give it some kind of expression and feeling. Though their faces did not move or anything, they still had some emotion to them. Another thing I like to mention is the roar for Nebula. While I was watching this movie, I honestly found it a bit annoying, but I think it's still sort of fit with the kaiju in general. I found out this morning also that the roar is a modified version of a foghorn, which is used for ships on coastlines to warn them of rocky shorelines and stuff, which could also be another reference to the short story with Ray Bradbury. When it comes to the cinematography, there's so many good shots in this movie that it's just really nice. It just surprises me how good somebody with a Kickstarter like movie can make the shots. It was really really nice. There's some shots at the end with like the sunrise. It was just beautiful. Like I'm gonna try putting them on screen right now, but like it were just so nice. They're like postcard worthy. They're just such beautiful shots. Like throughout the entire movie, like everything can be a screenshot and put on a poster because it's so nice. Overall, I think this movie is a solid like 8 out of 10. This movie is really good. The special effects are great. Everything just about this movie is really good, although it could use some fixing on the SRS cinema side. I'd recommend this movie to anybody who's looking to find another kaiju film while we're waiting for other movies, Godzilla vs. Kong, and like it's good to go like past any movie other than Godzilla. Like it's not all about Godzilla. Like movies like this are like what makes you appreciate the kaiju genre more. Now, just to conclude, buy this movie. It's on SRS Cinema for $20. If you can buy an X Plus figure, you can buy this. Go ahead and buy it. I also have an extra copy, which I might do a giveaway for, so stay tuned to my Instagram and Twitter for that. But yeah, this is my movie review for Howl from Beyond the Fog, and I'm pretty out of breath, so I'll catch you guys later. And if I don't post anything before the new year, Happy New Year!